Hi there. So today we're going to do a couple of simple exercises that almost don't feel like exercises. But sometimes going to those basic areas can be the best place to start. So letting out a sigh, like that sigh breath, is an energizing practice that activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Um, and this is particularly useful if you're feeling low, depressed, or if you've been experiencing long periods of stress or anxiety. Um, if this is an emergency, please contact people to help you, whether it's 911 or 988 or your healthcare provider. But for sort of these low moods or periods of stress and anxiety, this letting out a sigh is such a great way to energize and activate your parasympathetic nervous system. So we're going to breathe in halfway into your belly. So sometimes we breathe into our chest and it fills up like this, but we're trying to really get into the diaphragm when we're doing this, which is kind of below your lungs, is where your diaphragm sits. If you're a singer, you'll know that that's where we sing from. Um, so we're going to breathe in halfway into your belly and then pause. And then we're going to breathe in fully all the way. And then you're going to let out a large sigh, focusing on dropping your shoulders and relaxing your muscles. So I'm going to breathe back in because speaking let out my second half of my air. So after you breathe in fully, so by letting out a big sigh in such a way that my shoulders collapsed forwards, my muscles all relaxed, it's sort of like doing a dramatic sigh, but on purpose. And the breathing in halfway helps your body to breathe in a bit more when you breathe in the second half, so that then when you exhale, your breath is a much larger sigh, and therefore the effects can be felt more intensely of that quick um, relaxing of your muscles and activating your parasympathetic nervous system. So the next activity, I'm just going to take a sip of water. The next quick nervous system reset is to let out a yawn. So many people don't know that you activate your parasympathetic nervous system simply by yawning. So we know that, like, when we see other people, we tend to yawn, but to prompt yourself to yawn, you take deep breaths and exhale slowly. And you want to keep your mouth slightly open because this helps to increase the oxygen flow into your body and triggers the yawn reflex. So if you want to yawn on demand, you can also try looking at a picture or a video of someone else yawning, because it can be contagious. Or you can fake it. So sort of opening your mouth as far as you can until your body just naturally moves into a yawn. But I'm going to demonstrate taking deep breaths and exhaling slowly. And hopefully, in my case, that will trigger my body's yawn reflex. Okay. But sometimes when I do these things on command with people watching me, it might not work according to plan, and that's okay. That's why I gave the other alternatives for getting yourself to yawn. So, so thankfully it did work out this time, and you'll see that I forgot to mention that when I'm taking those deep breaths and exhaling slowly, in this case, I have my mouth left open a little bit and but I am breathing through my nose the entire time to sort of signal to my body that it needs to do a big yawn. And I hope that these are helpful for you. And thank you for taking the time to take care of yourself today. See you next time.